Hi, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. In my previous video, if you haven't watched it, please go back and watch. I spoke on self-reflection and I spoke on how you learn to know your boundaries from self-reflection and also how confidence and communication have a strong relationship. So yeah, do you have boundaries? Do you know how to communicate your boundaries to the people around you, including your families? How well do you communicate your boundaries to people around you? Or you let them be in control of your life? No. It's your life and it's your responsibility to be in control. Then you teach people how to treat you because it is your life. You don't let them treat you the way they want to treat you. It is not their life. So you are meant to be in charge and you are meant to be in control. Now, you being in control also shows from how you communicate. I learned that from Jefferson Fisher. You do not have to shout to show that you are in control. The tone of your voice doesn't need to change or doesn't need to align with someone else that is shouting to prove a point. No. When someone is even shouting and when someone is talking on a low tune, you get to understand when the person is talking on a low tune better. The person shouting, you tend to react instead of listening. So you communicating your boundaries or being in control of your life shows from the way you speak. Like I said, shouting doesn't guarantee self-confidence. Shouting doesn't show that you even know what you're saying. Sometimes that is a defense mechanism because they are scared and they are timid. So the best way for them to communicate, for you to feel as if they know what they're saying, is by shouting. But when you see a confident person and when you see someone that is in control of their environs, they do not need to shout for you to get the message. All they have to do is communicate properly and with kindness. By setting your boundaries, there are some things you can say. I do not allow this in my space. Or I will rather leave than stay here for you to do things that will trigger me. Now, it shows that you are in control of your words and you are in control of your life. So you do not allow other person's words or another person's reaction to control how you react. Instead, you still maintain your self-awareness and you still maintain your self-confidence to know how you communicate right, to know if you need to exit the room or you need to stay there. Now, if you know you're getting too triggered that will lead to a reaction that you might not be proud of, walk away. You do not have to be there at that point in time. Communicate kindly and walk away. When you know you can communicate better, then you address the situation. It doesn't mean you're weak. It just means that you know how to control yourself enough and you know when to say what you want to say and when not to say what you do not want to say. Now that shows you are confident enough. Stop allowing people to guilt trip you into feeling like you expressing yourself is a bad thing. It is not. If you are not comfortable with things, say it. If you don't want to do something, say it. You are in charge of your words, but you are not in charge of how someone else reacts to what you say. Everyone has the emotional capacity to take whatever it is you're bringing to them. All you have to do on your path is make sure you are communicating with kindness. So long as you are communicating with kindness, how they react to the way you communicate is not in your control. Stop trying to over apologize. Stop trying to over explain yourself. It shows that you are not a confident person. Say it the way it is. Explain when you have to. When you don't feel like explaining, you do not have to. Communicate what you feel you should communicate. How people react to what you say is not in your control. You cannot control that. So stop feeling guilty for expressing yourself. Stop it. You can say no. How the person reacts to it is not on you. A way you can say no is by saying, "No, I can't, but thank you for inviting me." You have expressed yourself and you've appreciated them for what they've done. And that's fine. But stop feeling guilty for saying no. Stop feeling guilty for expressing yourself. It's your world. You can control what you say, but you cannot control how another person reacts to what you say. Be confident enough to express every of your words with kindness. You do not have to be mean. But when you express it with kindness, remember how they react to what you've said is not in your control. So don't feel bad about it. However they react, you did your part and you are at peace with yourself. You cannot control everybody's reaction. You cannot control how everybody feels. That is not on you. Some people is based on what is inside of them that makes them react the way they are reacting. And it's not about you, it's about them. They need fixing, not you. You've cracked the hack. You've self-reflected enough. You have your confidence. You are in control of your life. You know your boundaries. You've communicated everything with kindness. What else? Nothing. A confident person knows themselves after self-reflection and knowing who they are in Christ. In my past 2 videos, then they communicate their boundaries with confidence and with control, knowing fully well that they cannot control how the other person reacts to whatever they say. I hope this helps someone out there. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.